Welcome, hosts Dustin, and Anna.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Baron's Hideout podcast. I'm Monster Dustin.
I'm Anna.
And I'm little teeny tiny Dustin.
Itty bitty.
The teeniest.
The teeniest.
the teeniest of Dustins.
The teeniest of beatiest. All right, guys, we are in a new month, which means we have somewhat of a theme. I tried not the theme. I just kind of put stuff together, right? Mm-hmm. But it's also my birthday month.
Yay! I was just going to say that.
Woohoo!
He's turning 12 this year, guys.
That's it. Yeah, these grown adults hang out with a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That isn't theirs.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not weird at all.
Not at all. But I was allowed to pick all 4 movies, and I was like, man, what do I want to do? And I thought of this concept called Monster Mash March. And with thinking of that concept, I wanted it to be kind of like a big monster party. Not necessarily the same type of movie, but I definitely didn't want the same type of monster movie each time. Mm-hmm. So I feel like with the 4 movies that I actually picked this month, we have a wide variety of monsters. And the first movie that's kicking it off, I actually had to stop Anna from watching a while back because I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to pick it. And it is 2017's The Monster Project. Have you guys heard of this movie before me talking about it?
No.
Not at all.
Man, this was one of those movies that was on my radar. When it dropped, I was like, I need to fucking watch this. It's a monster movie. It's a found footage monster movie.
Yeah.
That's already 2 check marks in my book.
Mm-hmm. Same.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So before we get into our histories, let's head right over to Rotten Tomatoes. And I already have it pulled up. And we're going to start with Little D. The teeniest of D's.
Teeniest of D's.
With 6 critic reviews.
6. And what year did this come out?
2017.
Okay. It's found footage. I feel like critics around that time were a little bit easier. And they would give that a little bit more weight. So I'm going to go like 76%.
Okay. Anna, what are you thinking?
35.
Ooh. You're going complete opposite.
So sitting with 6 reviews, it's sitting at 50%.
Wow. Okay.
Right in the middle.
That's pretty good.
So 3 of them liked it, and the other 3 did not like it.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go to Anna. We have 100+ audience reviews. What do you think we're sitting at?
63.
Okay. Well, teeniest, tiniest of the D's.
Oh, boy. I might go lower this time. I'll go like 34%.
Okay. We're sitting at 46%.
Dang.
Oh. So they were pretty much like equal to each other.
Yeah, they seen eye to eye
Yeah.
with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can see your eyes.
All 4 of them?
Mm-hmm.
We have 4, 8, 12 eyes on our show right now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
We're extra special, everybody.
We are the Monster Project. So you guys said this. So I'm assuming this was a first time watch for the both of y'all, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So for me, it wasn't. And this, like I said, in 2017, like this popped up on my radar. I was like, I need to fucking watch it. I watched it then, and it was phenomenal. But I haven't watched it since. It's been almost 10 years since I've seen this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it again today. I completely forgot about the ending of this movie. Like what happens. And I was surprised again. So I watched it twice for the first time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a ton of fucking fun. But the monsters that are in this movie, there's a vampire, a skinwalker, and a demon.
Yeah.
So I need to know, and I'll start with Anna, which was your favorite one?
Probably the vampire. Just because I liked her expose in front of the camera. And when she was talking to Brian. Like the things she was saying, and she played that role really well, and she intrigued me.
Yeah, those piercing white eyes.
Yeah, they were super cool. I was like, it works.
I looked her up, and she was in Iron Man 3.
What fucking role did she do?
I could. She was like a Miss USA character.
Oh, probably at that like expo.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen Iron Man 3 one time and never again because it pissed me off so much because they wasted Ben Kingsley
Oh,
and
yeah.
lied to us about the Mandarin. That made me so mad.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Lil
I
D,
remember that.
Look, Micro D, what about you, man?
Micro D, yeah. So I'm going to go vampire as well. I thought that she was really awesome on screen. I know you're not a vampire fan, but she was also
It's all
really
right.
fucking cute.
They
So
were
I mean,
all
I gotta add that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she
What
walked
is-
the
what
walk.
is that
She
saying?
looked good.
What was that saying? If she were a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd let her bite me. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Please.
Please.
I like the demon a lot.
Demon?
That's also I loved J Horror. I was really kind of hoping it was going to be like an Onryo because, like I said, when I first seen it, I remembered. But when I was explaining it to you guys for the episode, I was like, I forgot what the J Horror aspect of the movie was, and it's this character. Her name's like Shiroi.
Yeah.
I think is her name.
Shiroi.
Shirayo?
But-
Something like that.
Shirai?
Yeah. But god damn, dude, I love like the screen presence of this girl. She's innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom. And then we get like the static on the TV and it's so fucking good. But yeah, so I guess we'll hop into some spoiler territory and if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, ready. All right. I like it. So the Monster Project is this great idea that what's his name? Devin was this the main kid's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin, and he's like, hey, so we put out this YouTube video that has this really shitty, grainy monster movie. What if we make that a TV show and get real monsters? And instantly, I was hooked because I'm like, they don't know what the fuck they're in for.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
When it comes to this real monster stuff, man. And immediately they get the Skinwalker, and I really like the fact that we never really see him because in the lore, Skinwalkers. Well, in the lore, even when he's talking, like when they do the interview, he's pitch black. Because like in the lore, like they take many shape. You don't know who a Skinwalker is. I really like that detail, like a lot. But yeah, like they're like, we're gonna get like the fucking auditioning process they go through. They put an ad out on Craigslist for the
He gives them fucking Jamal's address.
Yeah.
Dude, that poor guy, man.
Jamal was my spirit
getting-
animal in this movie.
Dude,
Yes.
he was getting bitched at left and right for no reason. Like he said, he's filming like exposition shots, like he's filming the moon and everything. And he goes, "You know why the fucking camera batteries are always dying? It's because you're filming shit." I'm like, "Then you get those filler shots, dude."
Right.
Sorry, man.
Cinema.
I've got
Quote
the batteries in the
RJ
car.
from X. This is cinema.
Yeah, cinema. But no, they end up going to like this really cool rundown looking house. Like they get all the monsters they lined up. They get the demon, which was scary as fuck because that DVD gets dropped off and there it's just banging at RJ's house.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
Super loud.
Who the fuck is here? And what is going on? And he opens the door and it's just a fucking DVD. And I love that. And they watch it. Not this guy.
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
And how the cross bursts off the wall and all that shit, dude, it is so fucking good.
Mushroom soup.
So they receive this box. He goes, "You got mail," and Jamal's like, "I didn't order anything." And Brian's like, or Devin's like, "I did to your fucking house," and it's that little vial, and they end up extracting blood from Brian
because he needs the money.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. And I like that detail later, man, when they're interviewing her and she's like, I kind of want to talk to him, because that's the connection.
I know. Yeah, she liked the taste of his blood. I really like that. And he was like, "What? Why me?" And she was just instantly attracted to him and was for the rest of her, her time in the movie.
Yeah, I wish I was him.
Oh shit.
She's a babe. She's got some moves, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But then he tries to get Jamal to do it, and then Jamal's like, "Fuck no, I'm not that desperate." And he's like, "You know somebody who is?"
If you saw
Yep.
what money he would be getting from that, I'm sure he would have been really happy because he complains a lot how he's not getting paid a lot.
I know.
But they gave
You know what I
Brian
mean?
a shit ton of money.
But there's a very good
No, it's-
reason why he can't move on. And we find out later in the movie from the demon that he has his own demons. And come to find out, not only is he an addict, but he was also a dealer. And he sold some people a bad batch and it killed them. And they overdosed
That
Yes,
scene
and
is
died.
awesome.
That was a twist. Like I figured out something was going on when the demon was saying shit to him, like all demons do, doing their thing.
Yeah,
And then once
sure.
it kind of comes out later, you know what it reminded me of? Have you guys ever played The Mortuary Assistant or watched any like gameplay of it?
Yes.
The
Mhm.
end of that and like her story, it reminded me a lot of him in this Brian's character arc, even though it doesn't
Yeah.
end happy for him. But it also once again, like addiction in horror movies work so well, like as far as plot devices and moving the
Sure.
plot along, because he has gone at least to the AA meetings and know how they work, because he's very much, whenever people first want to get clean, they're like back into God and Jesus and going to church and doing right by the Bible. So all of this biblical stuff that could possibly fight the demon is very fresh on his brain because of his fake recovery. He's putting on a front, because when he started doing those video diaries at the beginning, his pupils were as big as his eye. I was like, that boy ain't clean. And he's like, this is recovery diary. I was like,
Yep.
Mom and Dad, don't listen to him. But
I guess
Yeah.
it's rude to keep a pretty girl waiting.
yeah, I know. And so the guy who plays Brian, funny enough, I have not seen him in years, but he was in that movie in the like mid 2000s called The Covenant.
The Covenant, yeah.
And
Shit.
and Chase Crawford was in it. It was like him, the guy who plays Brian, two other brothers were like this coven of witches, the guy witches, and then
Warlocks, yeah.
Warlocks, thank you. And then it was Sebastian Stan. It was one of his very first movies. He comes into this like school and he's the bad guy. He's had some history with him. So I was like, oh man, I watched that a lot when I was younger. That was one of my movies. But I was like, man, I have not seen him in forever.
He plays Gambit in the Wolverine movie, right? Like the other one you're talking about, the one that's the shoulder length hair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not Channing Tatum. I'm gonna make a name for myself today, boy.
I'm about to make a name for myself today.
But no, man, and what I really liked about Brian's character is every monster went after him, including the ending. And it's weird because like his friends, when they were interviewing the vampire, she pretty much outs him as to saying, he's still fucking using. I can taste it.
Yeah,
I knew that was going to come out. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And everyone flips their shit on him, kicks him out, all the shit. And I love it, dude, because when he gets kicked out of the fucking house and he looks behind him and the demon girl is standing in the open doorway and then she slides backwards and the door shuts.
That was a really cool shot, yeah.
There was some really great moments like that in this. Like, I've got to say, for the most part, I didn't really feel scared. But
there were a couple good jumps. Like, especially with the skinwalker.
Dude, the end shot made me jump out of my skin.
Same.
Like, I knew something was coming, but I didn't think it was going to be right up on the fucking camera, and I jumped the fuck out at the very end.
Internet side scares,
yeah, exactly. Like the car that went around the thing.
I was thinking of like Sinister.
Oh yeah,
Sinister has a lot of those like internet side scares and off the screen.
They do.
But take a guess real quick, both of you, what the budget was for this movie.
$5,000.
I'll say 25. Okay.
$250,000 to make this movie.
Damn.
Okay.
And probably a lot of that probably went to pay the cast. Let's be real, because the guy who played Devin is a pretty well known actor. Like was in the 90s. I think he did like sitcom stuff, didn't he?
They all did like TV stuff,
right? Yeah,
like all of like the main people. Yeah, but I think maybe that and making the prosthetic for the Skinwalker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Full bodysuit, and it shows it a lot.
Yeah, he looked
at the end,
so good.
It's like the
phenomenal.
last, 20 minutes really is when we get a lot of shots of him. Like it's all pretty much of the Skinwalker, which is awesome.
whenever he's transformed from that point on, we don't get to see like just his arm sticking in a window or some shit. We see a lot of him during that, which I think is fantastic.
Like
Yeah.
when Brian falls out of the window, like he full on like is crunched in the window, like looking down at him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But back to Brian, it's like he's the key to the whole movie because every single one of these monsters fucks him up in some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for his friends to just kick him to the fucking curb the way they did, they're like, okay, we knew you're fucking using still. Get the fuck out of my house type of thing. Find your own way home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always great seeing like when that type of character is depended on for the rest of the movie. I really like that because there's a lot of times like when from him getting kicked out and when shit goes down, they're like, where's Brian? We need Brian. Brian has to do this. Brian has to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing that. It's a very heroic thing, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like he's doing what he can to have everyone survive. But then once he's hit with that demon and the party scene, fuck, man, like that's what fucks him up.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it, man. That vampire got him good. The vampire got old girl good too. What's her name?
Muriel.
Yeah, Muriel.
Yeah,
I
Muriel.
wanted to bring her up.
Yeah,
go ahead.
man.
I don't know how I feel about this trying to be forced like love triangle that they're trying to do here. With that, I wasn't buying into it so much. Also, because her character just didn't really seem super fleshed out a lot compared to everybody else's. Like she was just kind of there to just add a body.
Yeah.
In my
Sure.
opinion, I mean, she kind of becomes like a quote unquote important part later on because Devin's like, oh, you were always a part of this. You know, it's like you were always going to be a big part of what's going on. And then it's when he starts snapping and you start to see what he's up to. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that whole thing at the party where she's giving Brian the camera for him to like film his journals or whatever the hell.
So he can film himself falling skateboarding.
That's what it was. Yeah, falling skateboarding. Yeah. And then she takes it, and because Devin is there, it's like, well, I didn't invite him. Jamal's like, I didn't fucking invite him. Like, I don't know why he's here. So like, there's tension there, and then no, she like lets up after us seeing multiple times her being like, you need to get the fuck out of my life. And then he's like, you want to direct a movie? And she's like, yeah.
I can see a couple of things. I'm not defending any of it, but I can see if she needed the money, sure. It's a gig. It's stuff that she does. It's her profession.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, looking past the relationship part. But what I didn't like is you immediately feel the tension between the two of them, and then with Brian. But when Brian's filming the video diary, and then right after that, she kisses him like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then at the party, she kisses him. And then she's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't understand your game. Like, what game are you playing?
I was drunk.
Yeah.
Tired.
And I hated that. When she's like, don't make it weird. I'm like, you fucking kissed me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you made it weird, not me.
Right.
That was so... And he goes, I'll just pick up the fucking heavy one then. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've got to say about Muriel, though, her death is hands down my favorite because she acted her ass off in those moments. And have y'all seen The Sacrament?
No. I've heard of it though.
So there is a death in that movie that if you put yourself in that situation, and the actor, he just sells it. And in that moment, like it still sticks with me. It's one of those deaths in movies that just really hit. And I felt that way about Muriel's too, because when she's puking up all this blood and she's like, what's happening to me? Like, that's something I would say in that moment. I feel that way. I feel that way if I'm sick and I'm like vomiting too much. Like by the end of the day, I'm like, what's happening to me? I'm dying.
Just walking around like this.
I'm dying. Yeah. So, but for real, I relate. And just the look on her face, like she just looked so scared. And then for
The
Devin
fear,
to
yeah.
say like you were a part of all this, whatever. Yeah, the fear was real. And then when the camera like lays down on the ground and it's on her from on the other side of the room, and her convulsions, man, like just the thought of dying that way is fucking terrifying. And
then coming back.
and she really sold it for me the way that Death in the Sacrament did.
Yeah, I mean, Lily Rose Depp learned from her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
She probably did.
Yeah, but no. Speaking of deaths, man, I loved Jamal's, like the whole, because we see him get fucked up, and he was the, other than Brian, I feel like he was the most heroic out of them. You know what I mean? Like he was in it to win it for his friends.
Yeah.
Make sure she gets out safe and all this and that.
He was a real one.
And he gets fucked up by the Skinwalker. And the lore for the Skinwalker that's dropped for us in this movie is you have to kill a family member to become, because you have to make a pact with the devil to become a Skinwalker.
Yeah.
And the Skinwalker, and he actually corrects Devin about that. And he says you pretty much just make a power shift or something like that. Like it's like a power roll change.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a deal. But Jamal's changing. I don't know if you guys noticed it. Like when it shows him when he's like leaning up against the wall.
Yeah, and his
not
back
when they
is all
find him
fucked up.
not when they find him the first time. It's like when he right before he's killed.
Mm-hmm.
The big spine is showing. His jaw's elongated a little bit. I'm like, how are you changing into one of these Skinwalkers? Like I don't get that.
Maybe there was some loophole. I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna dig deeper into it, man, because y'all know I love cryptids and I love like lore mythology like that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I want to learn more about them, and
Skinwalkers are creepy AF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just
I'm a
imagine peeling
Skinwalker.
Yeah, that's it, Anna. Get him. But we didn't we've kind of danced around the demon's character, and I want to just talk about her for a little bit because I love that whenever shit goes down with this girl, Shiori, that it stops immediately, and they're like, "Where the fuck did she just go?" And they turn the corner, and she's like face against the wall, or she's hiding in this closet. I really like that stuff because it's more imagery. It's more imagery that's scary. I could have done without the CGI face, like when she crab walked and she had the grave encounters CGI face. The screen when it jumped in, it had like the actual demon. I was cool with that. I like that a lot. But they could have, like when she would talk and she had like the demon mouth talking. They could have done something else. I feel maybe thrown her hair in front of her face, maybe not have her on her back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it didn't lose me because I still think she's probably my favorite monster out of all three of these. Even though with how the Skinwalker looks, he looks like a werewolf.
Yeah.
But and y'all know how I am about werewolves. But she was my favorite.
Yeah.
So
she's the most interesting too, I feel, out of the three.
She's the most innocent out of them. Like she's
that too.
just there. You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate.
Plagued.
Yeah. And the demon possesses not only Brian, but Muriel gets it too. I love that shit. Like, and she's like, he's fucking coming. Who's coming? Yeah. But before we jump into the ending, I want to pose a question to the two of y'all.
Okay.
Say we got a sequel to this movie. What three monsters would you want? And I'll go first if you want me to. That way you guys can think.
Sure, you go first.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. I would really like a chupacabra.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, a chupacabra. Maybe a mimic.
Ooh.
But have like the mimic like possess like things, and what I would really want it to possess is like a scarecrow, because that'd be scary. Scarecrows are my favorite type of monster, and that'd be scary as fuck, dude. And then I'd want some type of ghost, like an Onryo, something that's like a cursed object is in this house, and they have to defeat this cursed object.
Yeah,
but I want to try and keep it like in the realm too, because like they meet these the human side of these people before the mega lunar eclipse happens in this once in a lifetime eclipse happens in this movie. And I feel like that's what triggers the monster. So I'm trying to keep it in the realm of that.
Sure.
Little do you think on it? You gotta.
Yeah, I have
what
I
you
have a
thinking?
few ideas. Obviously, I want an actual werewolf, like a full blown, not trying to be a werewolf with the skinwalker, like an actual one.
Well, in reality, like skinwalkers kind of are like they're lycanthrope like.
Sure. Like we can argue
But I
that.
see I know what you. Oh, I can too. I know what you mean though. I know what you mean though. You want like American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, dude, I want a
werewolf.
man who's gonna be fucking getting all hairy and shit, and yeah, I want that. And then,
Yeah.
as funny as it sounds, I want a fucking leprechaun, dude.
That'd be
Sure.
cool, a little
All
short
right.
guy.
Yeah, a little leprechaun,
Mikey.
and this goes kind of against what like the realm that you want to be in, but I think this would be kind of fun.
That was fully for me. It doesn't have to be for you. Like if you want it to be fun like that, that's totally.
I
fine.
want a fucking mummy, dude. A mummy.
Okay.
I want them to like go into a house and not know it's there, so that they only plan to have two, and then there's a coffin in the basement or some shit.
All right.
That'd be fucking rad.
Okay. It's like housing this, like an Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Like there's the mummy that lives underneath their basement, underneath their house.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah. Anna,
Werewolf,
you
leprechaun,
think
mummy.
on it?
So I'm gonna have to go with probably a Bigfoot, just because I feel like that would be
Oh yeah.
pretty standard that everybody would like and know.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know cryptids like y'all do. I'm looking at a list. Mothman.
Moth. Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be a crit. It can be just like a monster too. Like
Definitely something that comes out of the water. And they can go like something like from the Fishwife short film.
That'd be sick.
okay.
That'd be
Directed
sick.
by Beth Park.
Directed by Beth Park, who we love. Yeah, some kind of sea creature, that's for sure.
Okay.
I mean, they did vampire and pretty much a werewolf. Yeah, I'll stick with those.
I would maybe. What if they walked in, because we're given this exposition of this house. The reason why there's so many security cameras around is because people used to break in the 60s and 70s to do drugs, have sex, sacrifice animals, and they're like, wait, what?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they
sacrifice
walk-
animals?
What if they walked in that house and there was already somebody dead over there on the ground, like covered up, like it's clearly a person, and then that dead person gets reanimated?
Oh, that'd be fun. Like a zombie. I'll do that
That's right.
one.
A ghoul.
That's where a ghoul, yeah, something like that. That's where I'm
No.
going with that. Not running type either. Like it has to be like they're
a
like
Romero,
the,
a Romero zombie.
yeah, dude. Like this movie has this universe has so many options that I feel like we need more. I want more
Like
of this
like
stuff.
Devin
Let's make
doing more satanic shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. So let's jump to that ending then, dude, because
Yeah.
I forgot all about this.
That twist got me, I gotta admit. Like when
Same.
Devin was saying that to Muriel, I was like, wait, what did he say? Wait, what?
Yeah,
So I thought he was just an asshole.
and
now he's like an uber
And I
asshole.
Yeah.
and I kind of started putting two and two together again, because it's like when all these monsters are attacking, he is the only one that isn't touched out of all of them.
Yeah. Now that like thinking
That's so
back on
good.
it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, looking back on it, yeah.
And he comes out there and he's like very intimate, like meeting these people and bringing them in.
Mm-hmm.
Becomes like the vampire he welcomes in. I wonder if because he had to have had a sidebar conversation, even though the guy that's the skinwalker says that he has no control over it. There has to be some type of link, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
between Devin and this skinwalker, because
or the
he's-
community that he's in or something.
yeah, he's not touched at all in this movie. Like everyone's thrown around, everyone's bitten, everyone's fucking fighting for their lives except for him.
Good
So
point.
I thought about that, like, and I'm like, wow, that makes plenty sense. And then the big twist at the end, dude, when fucking Brian jumps in that window, conveniently enough, there is that silver staff laying on the ground, and he fucking, kebabs that Skinwalker,
Mhm.
Yep.
and I love the tension because he's like he doesn't know what just happened. He gets up and he's just waiting and waiting and waiting, and he rounds the corner and he sees the dude laying there all fucking dead. And he's like, "Fuck yeah, got away scot free." Turns around, and there's the fucking cult guy we see in the house before,
Yeah.
Yep.
wearing a big goat head, dude. And man, when Devin
Devin.
shows
Wong?
up and his eyes are pitch black, I'm like, oh yeah, he's a fucking demon. He is the demon.
Yeah.
God, dude, it was so fucking good. And and he breaks it down to Brian. He's like, you are the key to this fucking prophecy, and then just get that crazy ass old lady we meet at the very beginning, slices his throat.
Mm-hmm.
Martha.
Yeah. Martha! Anna!
Where is she?
Where is she? Martha's my mother's name.
Where's the trigger?
Imagine a Batman.
Whoa.
Or a Man-Bat.
Batman
A man-
from Batman Begins
I said
in
a
the
Mothman.
Vision form.
That's kind of the same.
Mouthman, yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, they slice his fucking throat, drink his blood, dude. And for some reason, I thought I remembered how this movie ended was Devin survived and he found the camera, and the camera has all the recordings on it, and it shows him like distributing the Monster Project.
Ah,
Maybe you're.
I feel like that's how
Maybe it's an alternate ending or something.
maybe.
But no, man, like this movie's a fucking banger.
Yeah, I had fun with it.
Me too.
My only gripe, and again, it's just me knowing some things about these things, is the demon when he possesses Muriel says his name.
Yeah, they're not
They
supposed
don't
to do
say
that.
their names. That's how you exercise them.
Yes.
Is you learn the demon's name.
Oh, okay.
That's why Brian's exorcism didn't work.
Demons
But,
are great liars.
Yeah. Look at fucking Billy Zane.
Exactly.
Got their ass. So, all right. So, what do you guys think? You think we were ready to rate this thing, or do you have anything
Yeah.
else you want to say about the Monster Project?
No.
I think the only thing, like, this is minor. I don't even know if I'd call it a gripe. It's just maybe just how the movie flowed, as I felt like it had kind of like a witty sense of humor to it, and I think it was probably because of Jamal. Like, he did a lot of like wittiness, and he was definitely the comedic relief throughout this whole film, even all the
Running
way
out
up
of
until like
breath.
when he's about to die, like even all that. But then there's like once again, like I feel like the last couple movies or even like some of the shorts we've been doing has been like tonal shifts like halfway through films, and this
Mhm.
one definitely had a huge tonal shift.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like that night, as soon as he got all the monsters in that house, it was like flipped, and then we get another tonal shift at the very end with the whole seance and all that shit, and then we get that jump scare ending. So
Rah!
I don't know if I'd
Scared the
call that
shit
like
out
a
of me.
gripe, but I feel like some of how it was flowing probably could have been a little bit more, I don't know, put together in a way where it felt more solid. But other than that, I did have a lot of fun with this film. I don't really have anything negative to say other than the flow. I felt like it was a little up and down sometimes.
I think they get away with that too because of the found footage aspect.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, because we get multiple camera shots, which is weird, but but at the same time, I mean, like I said, my biggest gripe is just the demon naming itself. I'm like, just
I
knowing
am
that
demon.
I am D-Man.
D-Man.
Anna, do you have any gripes or complaints?
No, not really. I kind of I see what Little D's saying about the tonal shift and stuff like that, but I also agree that it's a little easier to get away with in found footage.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't really have any gripes. No.
Perfect. All right, so let's get to rating this bad boy then. Anna, we'll start with you. Out of 5 monsters, what do you give the Monster Project?
I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 monsters. This was
There you
fun.
go.
This was I love found footage. Y'all know this by now. I was very pleased with this. I didn't realize it was found footage going into it. I
Me
thought
either.
it might switch, to them shooting this at the beginning and then it was going to be like a movie, but then they kept going with it. I was like, okay, this works. And then once the plot was revealed, I was like, okay, I'm into this. And I still, up until like they actually changed, I was not 100% sold that they were like actual monsters. I thought it could be just a comedy, at the end of
Yeah.
it. So there were some twists that I definitely appreciated and I had fun with. And the effects were great. Like we said, the Skinwalker was awesome. Even the visual effects I didn't think looked terrible.
No.
So
Sure.
this is one I'd go back and revisit. And if you're a fan of found footage, I'd definitely check it out because I hadn't heard about it until you mentioned it at all. So
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. All right, little D. How many monsters you give the Monster Project?
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I did have a lot of fun with this. The Monster Project.
the Monster Project.
The fucking monster kid.
It
That's
was
the
great.
green monster.
It was fucking great, kid.
Fucking great.
So I did have a lot of fun with this. I think the only thing that it knocked it down some points for me was the flow of the tones throughout the film, and I think also like the love triangle thing. Kind of, we could have done without that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the effects, are amazing. I feel like the acting was also pretty good for being a found footage film, and it did a lot of cool shots like that. The whole like flashback or like exaggerated demon / people dying from the drugs that Brian gave everybody, like with it shifting and then always changing every time you look to a different part of the backyard, I thought was really, really cool. That was really well done. And there's a lot of things like that happening where it's like kind of messing with what you think you're seeing. So that was really fun. But I definitely would recommend this if you guys are looking for a new found footage film to check out, and you want to see something different, because this is definitely different. I have not seen a found footage film like this, unless you want to count like VHS doing things kind of like this. But
Right.
no, it was absolutely fun. So 3.5
Oh,
Monsters.
nice. Monsters, kid.
Monsters.
Fucking monsters. So I'm in the same boat as both of you guys. This is a movie, like I said, I watched it when it dropped. And I've talked about it since, which is, a testament to the movie, because if I don't talk about it after I see it, I just forget about it, but this movie left an impression on me because I love the idea of this TV, like getting people who are claiming to be monsters together, thinking they're not real, like monsters aren't fucking real.
Mm-hmm.
And then, sure enough, these people are getting eaten.
Mm.
I love that idea, and I think it can be something. But
Yeah.
I give this movie 4 monsters.
Monsters.
Hell yeah, kid! Welcome to Boston. Welcome.
Yeah, these fucking monsters in here, kid. But using the night vision made it even scarier, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's not like we don't see it. Like, because my favorite part is when Brian's up there taping the shit, the dressing room signs up.
Oh, that was
And
dope. Yeah.
and then the demons in her. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
And
really
that wasn't even in night vision. That was in regular camera vision, and that was still scary.
Yeah.
Night vision made it even better. So 4 monsters over on my end.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very nice.
Yes. Hopefully this isn't like a full moon month where we start off with a bang and then you guys just hate everything else I bring.
Wah, wah, wah.
No. Usually you come out with some pretty good bangers. Like when you pick things, it's always just like, all right, see what you're giving us. I'm here for it,
Picking
man.
up what I'm putting down. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. So we got a lot cooking over here. We got our Tales from the Barrens, which is going really well. By the time this comes out, episode 6 will have dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anna has a brand new trusty dusty binder that she keeps her track of her stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
It's there it is. I like, oh wait, no, there it is.
Wait.
I thought you were actually grabbing it. I was
I
trying to
do.
set you up.
I do.
I'm not ready.
I was trying to set you up. But no, those are going very well. We are getting screeners for shorts, which we love.
Yes.
So if you guys have shorts out there, please email them to us at tbh.
No,
Dustin, what is it again?
the
The
BHO
BHO podcast at gmail.
The BH. There we go. Say it one more time without me talking.
The BHO podcast at gmail.com.
There it is. We want to review your short.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we also have some other really good news.
Yeah.
that everybody's fucking beaming about. And Anna, would you like to tell everybody about it?
No, you guys do it.
All right,
I feel
Little
like
D,
you
hit
can
him with it.
explain it better than I can.
Is it the thing that we're talking about, the thing that just happened, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The thing that
Okay.
just happened.
Fucking gooba.
What other thing were you thinking about?
Dude, I was thinking Yellow Jackets.
We're gonna get
That's
to that.
also
Yeah.
a thing that's happening. But no, we have secured some good passes to a so-called festival very close to me called Salem
There it
Horror
is.
Fest. Salem Horror Fest 2025, the 8th year of this festival. And we will all be there in person.
In person.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
We're
I'm
going
so
to Salem,
amped.
y'all.
Hell yeah.
Dude, we're all fucking just excited that we were given the opportunity with these press passes to be a
Mhm.
part of this event as more than just guests. Like, they look at us like we are,
Professionals.
press,
We're
like
press. Yeah, we're there to do coverage.
professionals. Yeah, like do coverage and stuff. We're really excited because I've never done this. I don't know one.
I never have either.
Anna hasn't done this.
No.
Little D has dabbled into it.
Yes, I go every year. I have gotten passes in the past, but it's hard to do things when you want to do coverage when you're solo. So it's good to have my team with me this year.
Yay.
And we get to mingle with everybody and get to go to cool parties.
Forget the
Um,
table.
There's a lot of cool shit that's going to be happening, and we will be out and about. So if you all see us, come say hi.
Yes,
Don't
be
please
scared.
do.
Yeah, I'm not as scary as people think I am
I don't bite.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Salem, maybe.
I don't know why people would find you scary. I want
I don't know.
I want an explanation.
I don't know. But over on YouTube, Anna has been killing it with the Yellow Jackets reviews.
Oh,
Uh,
shucks.
Oh, get out of here.
Get out of here.
So what you got cooking? What's coming up with that?
So Little D is finally caught up. He joined me for episode 3. And by the time this comes out, episode 4, it will come out the same day as this. So you guys are eating good on Mondays for the time being. If you're a Yellow Jackets fan, I'm so happy to have Little D with me for the rest of the season. We've got some guests lined up still. They're going to be joining us. And we're just having a ton of fun. I'm so happy like TV's back, like that's my shit. So
Baby.
TV's back, baby. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And this is what I truly feel like Yellow Jackets is one of the most original shows we've had probably in the last 10 years. Yeah, there's some Lord of the Flies vibes. There's some vibes there, but as far as like story, I would say it's original. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
It's a ton of fun if you're a horror fan. If you haven't checked it out, highly recommend.
Yeah, I
doing
wouldn't
so.
know.
You tried. You're trying.
Yes.
I am trying. We're on episode 3 of season 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, you're getting there. You're
So-
getting there.
It'll start
So,
picking up
yeah.
a little bit.
hmm
Yeah. But yeah, so we are going to be continuing Monster Mash March next week with another little fun monster movie. I'm not going to say what it is, but I will say it takes place at a state fair or carnival, whatever you want to call
Oh
it.
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
hmm
So, Lil D, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Just thank you. I feel like those are always very important, and I want everybody to know that's if you're listening, watching, whatever you're doing, we thank you. Because this also ties into us being able to get these passes for Salem Horror Fest. Outside of me knowing people, but for them seeing, how big our show has been getting and the interaction that we've been getting, they know that they could, trust us to do coverage and just show like what the festival's about. I'm really, really excited to do this with a team this year, and I'm so over the moon. I really, really, really am.
You
So thank
guys,
you, everybody.
The content that's going to be popping out while we're up there, the aesthetic, if you will.
Who's going to get that content first, Anna?
Our followers, our listeners. So I've made us sound like a cult there for a second. Our listeners.
Yes,
Our listeners.
they are.
The Patreon is going to get that.
Oh yeah, our patrons.
Yeah,
our loyal patrons. Yes, of course.
Our putrons, yeah.
No, Dustin, don't know. Don't say that. No, that is not who they are.
They're great. I love you guys so
We're gonna get
much.
canceled.
Yeah, so
No,
we'll be dropping all this footage. Any content we do, pictures we take, is going to be put on the Patreon for you patrons over there. And if you're not a part of that, it starts as low as $1, Bob.
$1, Bob.
Hell yeah.
$1.
Bob.
Get all this cool content. Dustin drops the episodes up to a week early. Once we finish it, get it ready to rip. Like, you get a lot of stuff over there for the low price of $1. So.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we all thank you. Super stoked to continue Monster Mash March. But until next time, we will catch you on the next one.
Bye.
See ya.